不错，
他有资格参加竞选。
短短2年便横空出世一位斗圣，这就是你所谓的反制。
Alchemy is a very interesting side of Xiao Yan, for me no less captivating than his battles and clashes with various opponents. Yao Chen taught him well, but Xiao Yan himself repeatedly amazed others with his abilities, literally snatching victory from stronger and more experienced alchemists. And every time he unleashed his heavenly flame, it caused a true sensation. And now Xiao Yan was already inside the small pill tower, facing Old Ho. This was a competition for the position of Elder of the Small Pill Tower. We were shown the Council of Elders, and among them were 8th-rank alchemists who had reached the half-saint Ban Shang level. There was also the first Elder, Lin Mo, who was a saint of 2 stars. Yes, this alchemy duel was far more serious than the previous pill gathering. Xiao Yan would have to compete against a very experienced alchemist. Old Ho prepared an 8th-rank 9-colored pill, but Xiao Yan surpassed him. The 9th-rank pill he refined summoned the Black Pill Lightning, a legendary phenomenon that impressed even the first Elder of the Small Pill Tower. 5 of Xiao Yan's marionettes were literally incinerated by this lightning, unable to absorb it. So Xiao Yan took care of the Pill Lightning personally. As a saint, he was strong enough. So what kind of pill was it? A precious 9th-rank pill. A dazzling glow flashed, and an astonishing energy burst outward. It tried to escape, but Xiao Yan was prepared and quickly grabbed it. In an instant, the pill transformed into a large beast and swung its sharp claws. A short chase unfolded. Eventually, the pill took on human form. Xiao Yan suddenly saw another Xiao Yan standing before him. So this was a 9th-rank precious pill? It could take the form of a human. Xiao Yan was surprised. If a 9th-rank precious pill were allowed to escape, it truly could evolve into a mystical entity and develop like an expert. Of course, there was also another possibility. Someone else might notice its uniqueness, capture it, and consume it. Although the precious pill possessed a certain level of intelligence, its strength was nowhere near enough to fight Xiao Yan. Everyone was astonished. Even here in the small pill tower, pills of the 9th rank were incredibly rare. But what kind of pill was it? What formula had Xiao Yan used? Yao Lao himself could not identify the medicinal pill Xiao Yan had prepared. The only thing he was certain about was that it emitted a clear aura similar to the Bodhisattva pill. However, the pill itself far surpassed the latter. Xiao Yan did not hesitate with this pill. He clenched his hand and sealed it within a space. It immediately transformed back into an emerald-colored round medicinal pill. Old Ho held a blazing red pill in his hands. However, he understood that he had lost to Xiao Yan. The mystical quieting pill of the flame demon. An 8th rank 9-colored medicinal pill. If a Do Qi practitioner of the fire attribute consumes it, he will gain a chance to undergo a significant transformation of his strength and substantially increase his combat ability. Xiao Yan then presented his creation, the Great Returning Bodhisattva Pill, a 9th rank precious pill. Its effect resembles that of the Bodhisattva pill. It at least doubles the chance for a practitioner to break through to the half-saint Ban Shang level. At least double? How is that possible? Xiao Yan's explanation immediately caused an uproar among the alchemists. After Xiao Yan finished explaining, even the first elder's expression changed slightly. Breaking through to the half-saint Ban Shang level was an extremely difficult obstacle. The ordinary Bodhisattva pill increased the chance of success by about 20%. But this Great Returning Bodhisattva pill doubled the chance. In other words, it nearly increased a Do Zun's breakthrough probability by 50%. If news of this spread throughout the outside world, all peak Do Zuns would rush to the Fallen Star Pavilion and beg for this pill. The Great Returning Bodhisattva pill could be considered an improved version of the original formula. Xiao Yan managed to refine it thanks to the accumulated experience of many lives granted by the ancient Bodhisattva tree. He had the ability to refine it only because he possessed a mighty heavenly flame and had undergone the strengthening of the Bodhisattva heart. Even if someone else learned the formula, they would not be able to refine it. Thus, the first Elder Lin Mo announced, "The rank of the Great Returning Bodhisattva pill surpasses the rank of the mystical quieting flame demon pill. The final winner is Xiao Yan." Yes, That was how Xiao Yan became an elder of the small pill tower. Therefore, the alliance gained one more vote on their side. The alliance may be going against the rules of the pill tower, but when the time comes, certain rules must be broken. The spirit hall is far too powerful, and behind it stands the Hun clan. The pill tower needs support if it wants to survive, said the first elder. And that was the truth. The rules of the tower would exist only as long as the tower itself existed. If it were destroyed, what meaning would those rules have? Xiao Yan was pleased when he heard the first elder's words. He clasped his hands and bowed slightly. He had come to the small pill tower for the sake of forming an alliance. The Hall of Souls had captured countless souls of alchemists over the years. The pill tower had an obligation to protect them. If things continued like this, alchemists would suffer even more. Xiao Yan spoke openly about the current situation of the pill tower. In the end, a decision was made to join the alliance. The first elder would personally visit the Fallen Star Pavilion in 3 days to formalize the agreement. Xiao Yan was delighted. Hall of Souls, your peaceful days would soon be over. Xiao Yan and Yao Lao stayed at the pill tower for one more day before returning to the pavilion. They awaited the guests who would attend the official formation of the alliance. The first to arrive were the members of the flower sect. Xiao Yan immediately noticed Yun Yun and 2 other women radiating extremely powerful energy fluctuations. Mid-half Saint Ban Shang and high-half Saint Ban Shang. The flower sect truly hid frightening strength. These were Fairy Qing and Fairy Hua. Then, a brilliant crimson light appeared at the top of the mountain. An old man with fiery red hair. His terrifying aura made even Xiao Yan frown at the moment of his appearance. Ancestor Hua Yun from the Burning Flame Valley. His strength should be equivalent to a 2-star saint, although in the original it was stated he was at the early stage of a 1-star saint. The Burning Flame Valley was mentioned as one of the 3 valleys, and it possessed a saint-level practitioner. With his presence, the valley was comparable in strength to the spiritual sky sect or the flower sect. The last to arrive were the people from the pill tower. As usual, all the veteran experts recognized each other. For example, Hua Yun from the Burning Flame Valley had a decent relationship with First Elder Lin Mo. All the guests took their seats, and they finally moved on to the main topic. Yao Lao began speaking about their common enemy, the Hall of Souls. The pill tower had suffered at their hands. The flower sect was being suppressed by the myriad poison sect, which was backed by the Hall of Souls. In the past, Ancestor Huayun had unpleasant conflicts with the Hall of Souls but was forced to endure their arrogance and insults because he feared their strength. Yao Lao was well aware of all the grudges these 3 factions held toward the Hall of Souls. Even Xiao Yan himself had not known the full story. Not to mention the recent attack on the Fallen Star Pavilion, led by 2 Tianzans of the Hall of Souls. Everyone present agreed with Yao Lao's words. An alliance will work only if it is built on equal terms. It will not be created on strict demands, but one of the conditions is that our factions must act as one body in both attack and defense. Any one of us must support the others when a threat arises. None of us can deal with the Hall of Souls alone. That is why we must form an alliance, now said Xiao Yan. Since there would be an alliance, there must also be a leader of the alliance. Who would take that position? It had to be someone with great strength and a massive reputation among outsiders. Fairy Qing and Ancestor Huayun immediately refused. It was then decided that First Elder Lin Mo of the Pill Tower and Yao Chan were the most suitable candidates, the strongest and the most respected among the people of the Central Plains. But the First Elder shook his head and said he was too old. If the job required peaceful management, that would be fine, but a leader also needed a firm character and a will to win. So he shifted the responsibility to Yao Chen. Since things had come to this, Yao Lao could not escape the responsibility. He forced a bitter smile. After hesitating for a moment, he did not object further. Since everyone trusts me, I will temporarily assume the position of alliance leader. If someone more suitable appears, it would be best to hand this role to him. Xiao Yan smiled when the position of alliance leader was given to Yao Lao. Now that the leader had been chosen, it was time to discuss the name of the alliance. Possible names included the all-powerful Righteous Hall, the Sacred Palace, and the Heavenly Palace. In the end, they settled on this one, the Sky Mansion Alliance. Xiao Yan raised his cup, but his expression suddenly contorted before he could finish his phrase. He turned sharply toward the center of the hall, his gaze cold, as the space there suddenly rippled. Thick black mist burst from a tear in space, and an indifferent voice echoed throughout the hall. Heavenly Palace? The name does sound somewhat domineering, but I truly wonder whether you will continue to enjoy life. Surprisingly, the Hall Master of the Hall of Souls had intervened. Xiao Yan narrowed his eyes the moment he heard the indifferent voice coming from the distorted space. It seemed the Hall of Souls had decided to interfere by sending someone directly. The black mist continued to seep out from the distorted space. Soon, a person completely wrapped in black fog appeared before everyone. Hall Master of the Hall of Souls? The first elder of the Pill Tower stared at the man shrouded in black mist. He slightly leaned forward, and the space around him began to tremble. I believe addressing me as the Deputy Hall Master would be more accurate. Incredible, he had arrived right in the middle of Xiao Yan's alliance negotiations. What would happen next? We will see in the next video. By subscribing, you won't miss new videos on Battle Through the Heavens, which, by the way, come out 3 times a week. Many still don't know that. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.